Alrighty, this is the perspective replay for Mars in Game 1 against the Milo stack. Alright, starting items, a Salve, Tango, little light, okay. No Armor Ring, Quelling Blade, Iron Branch, bad. Fairy Fire, bad. Gauntlets. It's okay if you're going to go for an early Soul Ring. But if you're going to go early Soul Ring, then you're supposed to get the Armor Ring. So you only have 2 armor, and by doubling your armor early on, you get a lot tankier in lane, and you have an early component of your Soul Ring, which is the most important one. You get the Gauntlet's second Soul Ring, or the Armor Ring. Fairy Fire's bad. I don't think I remember you having one in Game 1 last time, but both of the supports bought one last week and bought one this week, and it was not useful at all. They didn't need it. They didn't save themselves, so I don't think you save yourself with it either. I've skimmed through this. This is the second time I've seen this replay. I remember you dying after you went 1v2 early in the lane, and I don't remember if you used the Fairy Fire or not. But either way, you died. So either you did use it and it didn't help, or you didn't use it, in which case you wasted the opportunity. No spell yet. That's interesting. I guess you're considering taking Spear if there's a fight, but you should be taking Rebuke for the lane if nothing else happens. A lot of times you just take Rebuke anyway because the slow and the AoE damage on on the shield crash is good enough for the rune fight. Alrighty, getting to the creeps a little late, but okay, good block. Looking good. That is a perfectly okay block. You know, not as good as the left-right method, you know, the stutter step stop, but cool, okay. Alright, you need to make sure you secure that range. Okay. There you go. So that's not a bad use of your mana at all. You can use God's Rebuke all the time to secure the range creep. Absolutely worth it, especially early on. What are you aggroing for? That's a mistake right there. You're going to miss this creep. Okay, so right there. Let me just run back here real quick. So the first range creep secure was good. Now you've got the creeps backwards. So your creeps are on the opposite side where Wraith King is. Your creeps are on this side. You don't have a wave yet, so there's no wave anywhere around here. So you want to stay close by so that you can start to deny. This creep's getting low. If you aggro again and you try and peel the waves apart, this wave's just going to go to Wraith King. Your creeps are going to go towards you, but your creeps are too far away. They're not going to run all the way back, and if they do, you're going to miss any chance to deny. So this is a little early here, and I think you miss a creep. Yeah, right here, this creep in the middle, that guy's getting low. Okay, so you actually stuttered your attack. You could have had it. Wraith King hit it. He thought he was going to deny it. He missed. You could have denied that one. Good right there. You could have had that. See, you keep stuttering. I don't know if you're using the S key to cancel your animation or what, but there's a lot of times where your character pump fakes his spear. You probably didn't need to do that, but okay, it works. All right, now this one you can start to bring back. But a lot of times you're canceling your animation. You're like pumping your spear 3 times and then you miss it. So, not really sure what you're doing there mechanically, but you don't want to do that. You want to stop and just go for the first attack, and that's it. Okay, you need to start denying that other creep too. So when you only last hit, and then you don't pay attention to your creep's health, this guy gets away. You could have denied that creep for free. Yeah, looks like you still missed it. Okay, don't miss the CS. Good. CSing for the most part looks good. Okay, so you're getting a Bracer early. That's bad. So Bracer is an item that you get when... Oh, let me just pause this for a second. So Bracer is an item you get when you think the lane's going to be a little tough and you're not going for lots of early kills and you just want the sustain. You want a nice tanky item to sort of beef you up a little bit. You get the stats and you're going to sort of get your own farm slowly. And you're real passive. This would be like if you're playing against, anybody that you don't have kill potential on. So if your P4 is constantly missing or is jungling or something crazy. But if you get Bracer, you also need to go Bulwark. So you went second point into Spear, which is okay if you're going to go aggro, which is the correct play here. So you and Lion should be killing Wraith King and AA constantly, over and over and over again. You guys have 2 stuns, an extra disable on top of that, an extra slow, actually 2 slows. So you got 2 stuns, 2 slows, and a Hex. Like that's fucking dominant early on. So you guys should be killing constantly. You guys should be threatening to kill the Wraith King, and the Wraith King should be bullied out of lane pretty early. This is terrible creep picklery, but normally you're going to be playing on the opposite side. If you go Bracer, you're basically giving up a lot of your kill potential, so you're not going to go for early phase boots. You're not going to try and get early spears into trees on the Wraith King. But then if you're going to do that, you need to also get the Bulwark value point. You only get 1 point early on. You only ever get 1 point early on, as far as I know. But it's 40% damage reduction. Like, that's fucking huge. And so by getting the second point in spear, you got an extra 75 damage, but you don't have the 40% damage reduction. And if you think you're going to, sort of need it because you're going to get bullied a lot, that's fine. Go Bracer, go damage reduction, and then play passive. But in this game, you shouldn't be going the Bracer. You should be going phase boots. Your first item should be either boots or the plate mail thing for the extra 5 armor. And the extra spear is good if you're going to chain your combo. So you Lion should be going for kills with the second point of spear. Since you didn't get the second point in God's Rebuke, that means you're not as worried about missing CS and trying to just nuke harass the Wraith King in lane. Because if you were just trying to make sure you got all your last hits and bully the Wraith King around without trying to kill him, you would go a second point in God's Rebuke. The BSJ video goes into like a lot of this stuff here in early itemization choices. And I'm not sure if you've seen that or not, but it's really good. He does the calculation where he shows that the early point bulwark is like 33% overall damage reduction when you do front sides, because you're not always going to get hit from the front. And then he talks about when to get a point in spear or when to get one in rebuke. But either go full aggro or go defensive. But you splitting it like this makes it sort of weird. You got a defensive item but an aggro spell build. All right, enough of that. Okay. Good rebuke just to secure. That was a melee creep, but whatever. See, now you got nothing to do though. So this is unfortunate because now you're just you nuke that last creep and you got nothing going on. You need to be going for the creep waves on the side. So if for some reason you don't think that you can stay and leech any of the XP, or if you think there's a pull, okay, so Lion sees there's a pull, you want to be going to this creep wave here and get ready to pull this out, or take these creeps here that Lion is pulling around when he's done playing around with them. And he should bring them to you, but right now you're just kind of hanging out. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything valuable. Because of how much time there was, the correct play I think would have been to aggro this camp. So it's 17 seconds, and even if you're not a support player, you should know this. And I did this on the other 2 videos. 47 seconds. Super crucial fucking timing. It's just the sevens. All 4 camps in the lane can be pulled out horizontally or vertically. So for this camp, you pull out straight horizontal at 17 seconds. It's real easy. So you'd be pulling right now because it's 217. That would pull the hard camp into this wave that's coming up from the tower. You would end up denying this whole wave into a hard camp, and then the next wave is going to push into you. And if you have a point in bulwark and your extra tangos, you can sit here and tank this wave. You can actually stand here on the Tinker face and fucking just sit here on his crescent forehead, let the creeps fucking hit you because it's going to be doing like 2 damage each or something with bulwark on, and then Wraith King has nothing else to do other than walk up and look at you, and you can hold the wave for as long as you need to for the next creep wave to come up. And basically you deny an entire wave of experience to Wraith King. AA's kind of roam around the jungle trying to figure out what to do. Lion can go harass the AA out of the jungle, or leech some of their XP and sort of leech if the Wraith King tries to go farm, and you're the one that has the XP advantage over the Wraith King. Alrighty. So Lion ends up bringing the creeps into the wave too, which is okay, but this isn't as efficient. So he brings a creep and a half in, whereas you could have had the entire hard camp. So you should be pulling this hard camp in if your support isn't doing it. So if for some reason Lion is fucking off and he's not doing his job, you got to pay attention to what the timer is and realize, oh, my wave is in the fucking enemy tower. Let me just go ahead and pull this hard camp out real quick to fix it for myself, and I'll just let Lion ditz around and do whatever he's doing. It's interesting, your quick buy has another gauntlet, and even though you already have one, not sure why it's showing that. Okay, he's aggroing back, deny that. Okay, so you should have ran with that creep. So as it was going up and Wraith King pulled it away, you gotta run with it. Kill right here, kill potential. Alright, stun in, good stun, and then you need to nuke. I remember you missed this nuke because you kinda walk on top of the Wraith King. Unfortunately, the nuke has sort of a dead space area right around the hero, so as you nuke, it nukes kind of past your arm's reach, which is unfortunate, but you also could have nuked as you were going into it. So you got the spear beautifully. The spear is really good, so let's go back and watch this. Suya opens with Earth Spike. This is correct. Every fucking time that your ganks should open with the Lion Earth Spike, because if he misses it, the gank is over and you wait for it to reset. Spear immediately. Perfect. You weren't quite as far up, so this is a point where actually the boots would have helped you. So, you know, we talked about choosing the bracer over the boots. If you actually had boots, you would have been able to walk a little bit farther, and rather than spear at this upward angle where Lion is now out of range and can't help, you would have actually been able to walk around Wraith King, spear him backwards, and then you and Lion could have both right-clicked. But for this next couple seconds, you're going to be fighting Wraith King by yourself because Lion is a little too far away to really get some right-clicks, and the AA is basically trying to focus all his fire on the Lion to try and trade a kill, thinking that the Wraith King's already dead, which is the correct play, because Wraith King should be dead right here. There's no reason he should survive. 6 start charges, he's still stunned. You have your nuke still left, and that should be a kill here. Alright, so right here you hit him, which is okay. You're trying to take advantage of the extra stun duration. You want to nuke immediately after that. So you start to walk, and it actually looks like you're trying to body block him. And that's an okay play if your partner is the one that's doing the damage. Lion is, first off, stunned right now, so he can't fucking help because he's going to be frozen for the entire duration of the rest of the fight. Like for as long as it takes for you to body block Wraith King, Lion isn't going to be doing anything. He's not right-clicking, he's not helping in any way. So you trying to walk to the right of the Wraith King doesn't really do a lot unless you think you're going to make the Wraith King sort of walk all the way around you and you get an extra right-click. But you can slow Wraith King down by just nuking immediately as soon as he comes out of the stun. As soon as he comes off the stun, you just God's Rebuke, knock him back a little bit, and then he's knocked back into this tree a little bit, and then he's slowed for like the next 1.5 seconds. So he has to walk this path here about as long as it would take for him to walk around you right here without being stunned. So I think if you opened with the nuke, you would have been okay. Another hit. See, now that's the point where if you would have done that damage with the stun, let's see, he's at 171 damage. Your nuke is what? 150% of your attacks, so 70, another 150%, 35, 105. So then Wraith King would have had 25% damage reduction, probably 70. You would have had 60 health left, so then you would have needed 2 right clicks because you're doing 70 damage. And his armor is what? 3? Yeah. So it would have taken you 2 right clicks after your nuke here to still get the kill. So if you had nuked him, it would have pushed him kind of in the way of this orange ring right here. So you get to see where the fucking, like how wide the radius is. You didn't miss him because he'd already gone past. You missed him because I think he was too close. But it's kind of hard to tell. You know, at this point, it's a little too late actually where I paused. But either way, you nuke him earlier, it pushes him further away from his tower, and then you have plenty of time to get 1 right click, 2 right click, he's dead. So I would try not to save the God's Rebuke till the last second. It's good that you're not trying to stack it over the stun, but because you knocked it so far away that the line wasn't going to help, you have to throw that God's Rebuke a little earlier. If you had killed Wraith King right here early on, I think the whole game goes differently. So there's a lot of chances in the lane where I think you guys could have killed either the Wraith King or the AA, but this first kill would have been like game winning, or at least lane winning. So the early game would have gone much differently, and I think you guys would have snowballed a little bit. You would have continued to get your kills if you guys got your combo correctly. Later on, you actually don't combo correctly. We'll talk about that there. But we wouldn't have lost the early game, and I think there's actually a really good chance we would have won overall. But I'll talk about that in the mid-game stuff. All right. All right. So you get away, line gets away, cool. Easy deny, cool. Get an easy last hit right here. Eat one of your tangos. Okay, so it's good that you got that last hit right there. You're running away from this creep. You're running away from this deny. I guess maybe you're thinking about using a salve, but the salve is 400. You already got 600 of your health. Basically 600 by the time Wraith King comes back in the lane. So you eat one of your tangos. You haven't ate a single tango this entire time. Okay, you're buying items. You're going to miss a CS. You miss a CS and a deny because you were buying items. You got to have those on hotkeys. Okay, easy CS there. You got no mana, you gotta run. So when the AA comes up close like that, you probably need to play a little safer. Okay, you pop the Fairy Fire, you're dead. Alright, so let's see that again. Lion is off doing his thing. You see the AA from behind, and the problem is you stayed in lane after buying your items. And I think you were paying attention to buying your items, so you didn't realize the Lion is gone here. But at this point, you're in a bad spot. So you nuked really early, and I don't know what you were nuking for because there wasn't a creep there. So you took all these creeps down to like half or a third of their health. Doesn't really help. Okay, AA is still back over here somewhere. That's cool. You're aggroing back. Okay, you're coming up for this last hit. Cool. Last hit right there. You saw AA flash. You need to leave. As soon as AA flashes right here, this is the point where you're gone. So AA is just flashed right here, and you need to walk away from this camp here because you're now 1v2, and AA is right here. You can see down this path. You've got vision on this pathway. AA isn't standing on it. He's not behind. That means he's right here in this fucking clump of trees. And if AA ever postures himself in the trees, he knows he's a fucking easy kill for you because then you just spear him into the tree, Lion follows up with his stuff, and you guys get a kill. So AA will only venture this far forward if he thinks he's going to get a kill with the Wraith King. So you guys have to play extra cautiously when that happens because if AA is out of position, yeah, maybe he's fucking up, or maybe he's baiting you in and you guys are about to get killed. So like this is a bad spot. Like I don't know why you walk up on the far side there. But yeah, so we're dead. Okay. So you've got Iron Branch instead of your armor in your inventory. That's a mistake. Hopefully you switch that out when you come back. Fairy Fire did not help, so that's 70 gold wasted. Okay, so this is a mistake right here. You've decided to get 20 health instead of 2 armor. So going from 3 to 5 armor is worth a lot more than an extra 20 health you get from +1 strength and the extra +1 damage. So this branch should be gone. And I'm actually going to give you the same rule. So Joe and Suyoi are not allowed to buy Iron Branches and Fairy Fires at the beginning of the game. And that I'm going to change that. That now extends to the whole team. No one on the team is allowed to buy Iron Branches and Fairy Fires at the beginning of the game. If you buy Iron Branches later to put them into a magic stick, that's fine. But the way you guys are eating the Iron Branches or planting them and then eating them with tangos, and the way you guys are using Fairy Fires, it is not worth it. You're not doing it correctly, and so maybe we'll bring that back later on the season as like an advanced mechanic, but right now we're just wasting the gold. So I'll put that out in a group message later. All right, so early on that one, he secures the range creep there. I'm not sure if that was range creep. Actually, hit that. You need to hit these skeletons. So they got 2 lives, so it doesn't really matter if you hit them early on the second one, but now you've got skeletons pestering you, so you really need to nuke these fucking skeletons as soon as you can. Last hitting them doesn't matter on the first life. It only matters on the second life. They don't give gold the first time, but the more that these are harassing you, the more Wraith King is free farming while you're just sitting here. Okay, going for a deny. Cool, good deny. You missed the last hit on the skeleton because of it. Okay, missed that one. Good last hit. You're going to miss that one. Okay, so Wraith King is now catching up on you. That nuke was pointless, so I get it. You were a little pressured. The Wraith King kind of ran up to you and smacked you a little bit. But your creep waves aren't here. You just need to bring the creep waves back. There's no kill potential. Lion is going in way too fucking late. So you wasting your nuke there is kind of low value. Maybe you just figured, oh, I had extra mana, I'll just nuke him. That's fine. And if that's the case, that's cool. But you really want to try and just do the full combo. Wait until you've got 200 mana, wait until Lion's in position, and then Earth Spike, stun into a tree, God's Rebuke, he hexes, and then he slows while you continue to beat on him. And that should be a kill every time. Until Wraith King gets level 6, he should be getting killed over and over and over again, unless they're pulling a lot or jungling. They're not pulling a lot. Alright, so you need to be up closer. I don't know what you're giving up those kills for. Okay, God's Rebuke for that one, that's cool. Deny, deny. There you go, good deny. Okay, oh that's nice. AA didn't get it. You can deny that one. There you go. So AA is a little too far, and you're too close to the tower for them to really threaten a kill here. So what I was talking about with the AA surprising you on the trees, the reason you got killed there is because AA curled around, so he was like horizontally even with you, and you were pretty far from your tower. Here, AA is too far behind. He's like, up and to the right. Your Lion is close by, and you're at the tower. You can go for those last hits a little safer. You don't have to worry so much. You also have an empty spot in your inventory, so this is bad. The Iron Branch instead of the ring is bad, but the empty spot is bad too. Okay. I guess your thing completed, and that's fine, but you don't want to leave it too long. Okay. Stunned? Stunned? Okay. So that ended up working out. You decided to God's Rebuke instead of the spear, and that's just a bad habit. And you actually probably didn't need to use that much mana. So what happened was, Lion Earth spikes him, you see the opportunity, you run up. Instead of spearing him sideways to the left into this tree though, you decide to God's Rebuke and then spear for the kill. The problem with that is, one, if you don't kill him with that whole combo, then you speared him away and he survives because you just knocked him out of your own attack range. 2, it takes more mana if the spear was all that was needed to kill him. So I'll explain what I mean by that. So we'll just rewind here a smidge. Oh, excuse me. All right, so you guys are going up. Lion is going to spear, or Lion's going to stun, and I'm going to explain what I think should happen right here. All right, so Lion's running up. He's going to stun right here. You're still slow as shit because you don't have your boots, but you can get up to the right side of him. Okay, so right here, Lion is going for a stun. When Lion stuns right here, your plan should be to run to the right. You have to always be thinking about what trees are good. Lion stuns this way, you run to the right on this spot, and you stun to the left, and you put him in this tree. I don't know why I'm not using my dry shit because I got a fucking dry thing. You run right here, you spear him this way, and he gets stuck in the tree. And the good thing about that is Lion has, used his stun to set up for you. Maybe Lion can help right click, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just zones out the AA by, running up here and using his Hex. But the good thing for you is if you stun him to the tree, he's now stunned for whatever your stun duration is. I think it's now 2 seconds because you got 2 points in spear, which is good. I still like not going for bulwark because you guys are supposed to be aggro. So this 2-2-0 build is good because you want to get constant kills. But you don't have to use the God's Rebuke then. If you stun him to the side, you actually get him stuck to the tree, you right-click him 2 more times, and he's dead. And maybe if he starts to run away, you can God's Rebuke. But you have a chance of saving this extra mana here by not having to do that. And then you can turn around and go on the AA if AA dives your Lion. Alright, so stun. You kind of realize it happens a little late. You run straight to him. You don't go for the spear. It looks like you're looking for it. You actually Soul Ring. Interesting. And then I guess it's so low that you can just nuke him, that's fine. But really the better play there is to spear him into the tree to make sure that you have enough time to finish him off, that it does enough damage, and you may not need the rebuke. Alright, easy deny, easy last hit, good. Dragging the creeps forward, this is excellent. Great play right here. Not letting it go into tower range. Easy CS is here. You should have all of these. Start prepping denies too when they're not around. Okay, so that was a mistake. I don't know if that was a misclick or what, but you started to go for the deny, then you started to go for last hit, and you missed both. So when no one's in the area, prioritize the last hits a little bit, and you need to prep the denies early. Don't time it so that the denies are going to be at the same time as your other stuff. All right, that's a spear opportunity right there. So, okay, so you speared him back, so it's a nice idea. Wraith King came up past you, so you were actually like here in the wave, and Wraith King ran fucking around you to try and use his stun as a secure, which is fine. It's kind of a Wraith King strat for if you have a tough lane and you just need to get some XP, because you guys are beating him on XP. But when he comes to this point right here, that's a super obvious spear. So he's standing right in front of this tree, spear him right here, and then you're literally standing right on top of him, beating him. Yeah, Lion's gone, you don't know where he is right now, but that's okay. AA is also gone. This guy's playing too aggressive. And even if AA appears immediately, then you just walk away. You've speared the Wraith King into the tree, he's stuck for a little bit, you damage him with the nuke, whatever. You can rebuke him if you want. But the way you did it here, you ended up rebuking him immediately, and then you speared him forward, and so you actually hit him into the tree. So he hit the tree, he's stunned over here, which is kind of nice, but that's way out of your range. So you want to go for these close range stuns where it's going to spear into a tree that you can still get to before the stun duration's over. So that was a missed opportunity. That wasn't a kill, I don't think, but you could have taken a huge chunk of Wraith King's life and got him down to below half if you had speared him when he ran into the wave. Okay, so you should be playing on the other side of the wave, and so at this point you have an advantage over Wraith King. He knows it. Wraith King is scared. He is running up to throw his one nuke to try and get a spell and then run away. This is kind of like the line of battle here. You are standing on this side, and Wraith King is standing over on this side, and so you're hitting your creeps on your line, he's hitting his creeps on this line. This is wrong if you are the aggressor. And maybe you're just playing safe because Lion is at the mid rune and you don't know where A is, and that's fine. But just in general, if you are higher level than the other guy and you want to bully him out of lane, when you're on this side of the line, you want to take Wraith King's fucking spot. You want to run around the line of creeps, stand here. When the creeps start to get low, you can turn around and last hit and deny them. That's not a problem. But then you also bully the Wraith King to like somewhere back here, because Wraith King either has to man fight you, and he doesn't want to do that because 1v1 with a level behind. Wraith King is worse off than you, so if he does stay, then AA is probably close and he's baiting. Or he gets bullied out of the lane and he can't stay there. He maybe falls out of XP range and he definitely can't CS through you. So you definitely want to play on the aggressive side of the sort of the line of scrimmage here, if it's possible. I get that the AA is missing, so maybe you're just playing a little cautious, especially that you died to him already. Alright, so the creeps are missing, so that's an AA pull. Okay, so now that you know that there's an AA pull, The creeps didn't show up. They were supposed to show up, so you know that AA pulled. And so we can see that over here on the map, but you may not realize that at the time. But because, these creeps just ran right past and they're starting to head towards the tower and there's nothing going on, something went wrong. At this point, you need to either come back here, grab this hard camp, or you need to chase in because you know AA is over here trying to get these creeps. So you can continue to chase a little bit, harass the Wraith King, try and get a couple denies, or you run into the jungle here and you start challenging the pull. But right now, it looks like you're going to spend the next probably 10-15 seconds just dancing around this catapult, and that's not going to do much for anybody. Alright, so we're hanging out. Lion comes up with his haste, that's cool, and you guys go for a kill attempt. Good stuff. Nice spear, good stuff. Nuke afterwards. Okay, he gets away, that's fine, you're out. Okay, good stuff. So that worked out perfectly. You missed that really easy CS, but otherwise that's good. I remember Lion feeds here to skeletons. This may be a good kill for you. Nuke. Oh, you want to nuke him back. Oh, don't nuke him forward. So that's a mistake. You get it? Okay, you still get it. Okay, so that is a little bit of a mistake though. So when you get right here, let's actually let it play a little bit. So when you get to this point, A is in a terrible position. So his safe zone is up here. This is the fucking tower, that's a safe zone. There's like creeps and shit over here. Lion's this way, Lion's dead, but whatever. But basically, his safe zone is past you. So you have perfectly zoned him out. Oh, excuse me. As you've zoned out the AA, you want to use your God's Rebuke nuke to push him even further away from his safe zone. So you're at this spot, you probably figure, okay, I need to like right-click AA 4 or 5 times. That's cool. You're probably saving the God's Rebuke as like a last hit kill secure, and I don't know why. Because if you do that, yeah, you still get the damage, but you don't get the slow duration. So, you see that slow duration, 2 seconds, that's fucking huge. So he can only run 60% speed for 2 full seconds. So the play here is you run up to him, you see he's out of position, he knows he's out of position. Right here, he's trying to decide, where the fuck do I run to? I either run to the right, I run back through the Mars, I try and do some crazy loop around stuff, whatever. Whatever his decision is doesn't really matter to you because you want to nuke him and slow him. So at this point, you nuke him, you take out about half of this remaining health, and then you slow him down. And it doesn't matter which way he wants to run. He can't run left, right, up, down, whatever, because he's slowed for these 2 seconds. But instead, you start right-clicking him and you let him walk around you, which is a huge mistake. You're going 355, he's going 325, so you're a little bit faster, you can catch up. But still, these things right here, these hits, those are just letting him get in position. Now he's in the correct position, and now that you decided to nuke him, you've actually pushed the AA further away from yourself because it has a knockback distance. And so what's the knockback distance? 500? No, it's not that much. Is it really 500? That's a long fucking distance. I don't think it's... No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what the fucking distance is, but either way, there is a knockback distance on God's Rebuke, and so when you hit the AA with it, you actually push him a little further away from yourself. Whereas if you nuked him down, you would have pushed him away from his zone, and then he has to walk even further to get away from you. So right here, you almost fucking missed the kill. It's nice that you sort of went in and chased it. You actually clicked too many times because your character started to do the animation into the fog, and then you missed it. But either way, kill worked out. You just could have not taken a couple of tower hits if you played that right. Okay, good pull. This is going to look excellent. You need to kill this first creep as it comes up, though. Otherwise, you won't get it. Okay, so good pull, good stack. That was exactly what you needed to do in that moment, but you need to kill the creep. So let's go back. Okay, so as you're going through, you see this point. This first little baby... Shit, you lost vision of it. Damn it. Okay, I'll see him eventually. Alright, this little first baby centaur, whatever that is, I don't know what it's called. It's a fucking centaur course. Okay, whatever. Either way, this little baby centaur has like no fucking life. So he's got 29 life. There's another creep right behind him. When you get to this wave, this is good that you're pulling into it, but you can kill this first creep, and the creep wave will still pull because the eagle's right fucking behind it. So you just let the eagle come up to you, and then you nuke this creep right before your creep start attacking it. But you actually walk all the way through. So this part right here is the mistake. You should be turning around at this point. You see the whole train of fucking creeps is coming up. Your creeps have already left the lane. So this first guy was like over here and he's like, oh shit, enemy, hang a hard right. He's already going into the trees here. This is your chance to nuke the centaur. So you basically gave away this, whatever the bounty is on this last hit for nothing because this creep wave's already, or this creep pull is already completed. So you don't actually have to run all the way through the wave to let the creeps complete the pull. You can get anywhere near, and as soon as this creep starts to attack you, or if it's a range creep and the projectile hits you, then your creeps will pull out. So you gotta take this free gold. This is just free money you're leaving on the table here. You didn't even try for it. You like walked all the way around, which is, you know, okay, whatever. You're getting your thing. So this is a mistake. You bought Blades of Attack before the armor. So your armor could go from 6 to 10, which is a huge increase, or your damage could go from, what is it, 88 to 97. That's, you know, it's nice to have the damage increase, but really, because you're half health, you don't have a point in bulwark, and you're going for the tanky build, or you're going for the tanky itemization, you should have gotten the chainmail first. Actually, you should have just gotten the chainmail first either way because you don't have a point in bulwark. So the fact that you're not blocking 40% of all damage in lane means you're taking too much damage. At this point, even if you're going the aggressive build, at fucking level 6, you should have had this by now. So this should have been 0.5. And then obviously you get the arena at 0.6. But you should, even if you're going for kills a lot, you should have a point in bulwark because now they're starting to do their own damage to you. And 40% damage reduction is huge. You're playing a little low on health this whole time, and you're taking a lot more damage than you need to from creeps and heroes because you don't have a free 40% reduction. So you definitely need to always get the value point in bulwark, even if you get it at 5. I wouldn't get it any earlier than 3. So if you're really getting bullied out, then you get it at 3, and if you're getting kills all the time, then you get it at 5. But you would have to absolutely be snowballing and killing them every time you see them to forego bulwark for another point in damage. All right. All right. So it looks like you're trying to go for a deny. It's weird. You did keep him from getting it. Bad spot. You see them both, so you just go back to your wave. Okay. Cool. Interesting. Pop a Clarity and a Salve. Good stuff. Oops. Okay, good CS there. Good CS. Looks like you're waiting for the entire phase boots to come out. That's a mistake. So 500 gold takes a lot of time at 6 minutes into the game. So you should have bought this first item, and then as soon as you had it, 440 fucking gold to go, you should have couried it out, and you should have been playing with it. And then, in the extra 2 or 3 minutes it takes you to fucking, buy up or save up for the chainmail, then you ferry out the last piece. But really, because of this shows me that you should have had chainmail on your hero probably 2 minutes ago, because you've had the Blades of Attack purchased, and you've got an extra 440 gold saved up. At this point, yeah, it's okay, you might as well wait for the extra 100 gold. But 400 gold to go, you should have had the courier rolling. Okay, kill. Big kill right here. Okay, so Wraith King is way out of position. Alright, so you don't spear first, and Lion misses the stun, so this is a botched kill all the way around. Okay, so we're going to rewind, we're going to see how that starts again. Okay. So, the combo here, and well, we'll go through the replay first. Okay, so Wraith King is here, your Lion is coming up, he's playing aggressive, you don't know where he is, you have 6 immediately, he doesn't have 6, huge moment for a kill. Not sure why you're not going for it here, but that's fine, not worried about it. Lion is going off doing dumb shit. You guys realize, oh, it's kill time, and you should be arena, spear, after the spear stun's over, God Rebuke. And you should let the Lion open with his Earth Spike. I don't know why he's not using Earth Spike, but he ground targets Earth Spike. Huge mistake. Misses it. You throw the spear late, miss it completely, and this is just overall a really bad fight. Okay, so now we'll go over... Does Lion actually die here? That'd be really sad. Okay, so now we'll go over how that should have opened. And you have to talk about this constantly, but I basically... I already mentioned it earlier. When you guys got the first kill on Wraith King, I said, Lion Earth Spike is the opening to the combo every single time. You do not go on the gank if he misses the Earth Spike, and you don't open with anything else unless you absolutely have to. But basically, Lion has this semi-reliable stun, where if he point clicks the target, it should be every time. It'll get him every time unless they have ridiculously high movement speed and they they have a movement modifier or a blink or something gets them out. But otherwise, if they're just walking around and they're not walking around super fast, Earth Spike gets them every time with a point click. If you ground target the Earth Spike, it is a skill shot. You get slightly more distance, but you risk missing it like the fucking Lion did that time, and the whole gank is ruined because you basically lost 140 damage and a 2-second stun, in this case 1.8, which is a great opener. And more importantly than the damage and the stun duration is it holds him in place long enough for you to get a guaranteed spear arena. And so when you use your arena, you absolutely have to combo it with spear. If you are going for a kill attempt and you don't combo your arena with spear, you've wasted it completely, because the arena does damage or extra damage if you spear them into the wall. So here you can see it's 100 damage for 5 seconds. So I'm pretty sure it's a 1 second proc. So that's basically 500 extra damage. So if you spear them into the wall of the arena for the full duration, you get 5 procs, which is unlikely. So let's say it's more like 4 procs, really. But basically, the spear is going to hit them, pin them to the wall. The spear does its own damage, as always. You get the 2-second stun from the spear, and then you get an extra 500 or 400 fucking damage from the arena soldiers beating them back. So the combo every time, no matter what. Earth Spike Lion, then you open with the arena. Spearing before arena is a skill shot that's kind of hard to practice. You have to kind of know what the distance is on the arena, and you have to cast it with like nearly perfect timing. So don't try and do that here. It's cool when you see the pros do it, because then there's no chance for the enemy hero to BKB or Yules or blink out because you open with spear instead of arena. But in our case, we don't need that extra super efficiency. Let's just go with arena, throw the spear, pin him to the wall of the arena, and then after he's finished the whole duration, that's when you're right-clicking him, then you God's Rebuke, because as you God's Rebuke, remember, it pushes him back, so it bounces him off the wall one more time. So, actually, I'm kind of interested here, because you guys botched this gank completely. I kind of want to... I'm actually gonna do it on demo, just to... I can't fucking... I have to exit the replay. Okay, so I'm just going to go through it real quick. I don't know if you've seen it, and I don't know if you've seen any videos of it or of anybody talking about the order, but I'm just gonna show you on the replay here. So basically, there's 2 choices. You throw the spear first, and then you arena, or you arena and then you throw the spear. So, all right, let's get an enemy. All right, where's the fucking enemy? There's an axe up here. All right, so we're going over here. All right, so let's see, what was that? It was level 5. Refresh him. You were level 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think you were what? You were what? 1, 2, 3, and then 2. So basically, the combo here, there's 2 ways to do it. You either throw the spear first and you try and catch him in the combo, and that's hard. I might not even be able to do it because I'm not great. Basically, you throw. Nope, that's even close. So you basically have to get the range right. And so it's going to be the arena distance here. So it's going to be... Okay, I missed it. But that's basically the plan. Either way, this is hard, and this is kind of why I don't want us to try and do it. But basically, the idea is you throw the spear first, and then as you're throwing the spear, you're casting the arena just in time for the spear to hit on the far side of the wall. And that's not the way I want us to do it. So the way I want us to do it... And I know I'm kind of wasting a lot of time dicking around with this, but the way I want to do it is you run up Lion Earth Spikes. So let's just imagine the axe is stunned here for a second. There's no way you're going to miss this. You cast the... What the fuck? You select your own hero first. You cast this so that the arena's right behind. And the distance doesn't matter, but usually you want to get the edge of this blue circle right behind Axe's ass so that you may get a bounce from the first one, but you don't have a long ways to go. And the thing about casting it that close is he doesn't have anywhere to go because he's stunned by the Earth Spike. So if for some reason you're not opening on a hero that's stunned, then it's okay to put the arena more like this, because now you have more of a window of opportunity to miss, whereas if you cast it here, there's no way the axe will walk out through the formation time. But sometimes, if you try and cast it right on the edge, you'll be late and the hero will run through. So, theoretically, Lion Earth Spikes, you have no chance of missing this guy. Throw the arena, throw the spear in, right click, and then you bash back, because then you get 1 extra hit. And that was kind of hard to see there. But basically, when I threw the spear, the soldiers on the arena started smacking axe, and then after the stun was over, I then I fucking God's Rebuked him back 1 more time, and then that bounces him into the arena for 1 more hit. So let me count how many fucking hits that is. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 5 hits, which is fine. So 5 hits with my 100 damage, that's 100 damage per hit, so you got 5 bounces off the wall, that's 500, plus the spear, that's another 250, so 750, plus the God's Rebuke, which is 190, so let's say about 150 damage. So you're doing about 1,000 damage just with your combo at level 6, and 1,000 damage should kill off whoever you're playing against. In this case, with the Wraith King, he was way out of position, and with the Lion helping you, that would have been a very easy kill there. So I know that was kind of long-winded and not very smooth at all, but basically Wait for the line to open with the stun, or whoever your support is. If you're playing in lane with a support, wait for the support to open with the stun. Place the arena perfectly, spear immediately after the arena opens, and then right as the stun expires on the spear, God's Rebuke him one more time to bounce him off the wall for the 5th or 6th time. And then you're a happy camper. Because that will be a really good kill. Alright, so we were at a point in the game where we... Okay, I don't know. I'm just going to fast forward a lot. Alrighty. Sorry, I know that's taken a long time, but if you guys had played that lane really aggressively, I think you guys get a lot of kills there, and that lane, or that whole game goes very differently. Alright, so I think this is the moment right here. Here we go. There's the Wraith King. Alright, so you open with the arena, unfortunately. You don't spear, and so now you're not getting the benefit of all these soldier attacks. He bounced off one time, but it's not a lot. And so yeah, Wraith King ends up escaping that whole thing with 450 HP. So if Lion hits his Earth Spike, that's another 140. You hit your Spear, that's another 250, plus another 3 bounces off the wall, that's 300. The Wraith King would have absolutely been dead. So that would have guaranteed been 100% easy kill. You may trade the AA, because Lion would have to be right in the middle of it, constantly getting hit. But that should have been your 3rd kill on the Wraith King this game. Would have made a huge difference for the early and mid game. All right, so you have your chainmail, so you should have it on your courier on its way out. So this is inefficient right here. You should try and have like if you got buttons on your mice, try and use like a thumb button for purchase and send out items. That's what I do, and that way I don't have to take my hands off the other keys or pay attention to anything else. I can just tap my thumb here a couple times. Looks like you're dead. Lion was late on the stun. We talked about that with his replay. Basically, Lion could have stunned the AA earlier and you would have survived. So you die anyway. I don't remember if you popped Fairy Fire then or earlier, but you died both times. So the Fairy Fire was not worth it, either play. Alright, Lion dies here. He feeds, I remember that. He stands right where he's visible, and they just freely kill him. That's a shame. Alright, the Clarity, don't mind that. You're kind of a mana-heavy hero. You want your combos, so even with the Soul Ring, you don't have enough all the time. Good last hits. I think you got every CS in that wave, so that was actually really good. Alright, is Ricky TPing in? At this point, I think Ricky TP's in. Okay, interesting stun. You spear him back out, but unfortunately you go into the fucking tower zone, and he doesn't have, or he still has his 2nd life, so even if you get the kill there, all you're doing is taking away some of his peace of mind. You're not actually threatening him. This is iffy here, but then I think Ricky comes up. Yeah, so Ricky's coming up. That was a good opening. It looked a little iffy for a second. Oh, excuse me, but we're past laning here, so I'm going to break it where Ricky TP's top. That'll be the start of mid game.